everyone, this is Adam from Recreation Services, and today we're going to be going over a rolling routine. We're going to split it up into two parts. We're going to do lower body first, and then we'll go through an upper body one. On your own, you can combine them and make a full recovery, rolling workout, or you can split them up depending on your training for the day and where you feel you need some extra attention. And also you can mix and match some upper body, some lower body once you find your spots that need the most attention. The basic strategy we're going to use, we're going to do each spot 30 to 45 seconds, gentle rolling through, enough pressure that you can feel some pressure, but not so much that it's sharp pains. It's really hard to relax during that much pain, so you want to roll where there's enough pressure. Find the tight spots. Once you find a tight spot, we'll stay there for a few seconds and try and push it out, and we'll kind of go from there. So we're kind of going to do a bottom-up kind of approach here. So we're going to start with the calves. The calves are some pretty beefy muscles, so we can kind of do both at the same time. So start kind of lower on the calf here. You're going to pick your butt up off the floor. Just kind of use your upper body and kind of roll through. If you want to get through the entire body into muscle. I'm going to slide this one a little more here. Space. You want to go through the entire length of the muscle up near the knee. Like I mentioned, you're going to find some spots along the way where you feel a little tight, so you can stay there for a second. Kind of roll through. Also, kind of rotate a little bit. You really want to get all these muscles from different angles. You'll find maybe on the outside here, on one leg, on the inside on the other, you might feel some tenderness there. So find a spot there. Your peroneals will touch on them a little bit. Rotate again, get the other side. And find a spot here. You can also kind of shift your weight left to right a little bit if you find that one side needs a little more pressure. Just roll through. Okay, so from there, we're going to move up a little bit. Get the hamstrings. Same thing, feet off the floor here. Again, you could do one leg at a time if you want to, but we can also do two. Keep the butt off the floor. Move around a little bit, trying to get all these different angles. Might need to reset the roller on occasion. Sometimes it doesn't roll in a straight line, so you're going to have to reset. You start applying pressure unevenly or something like that, or it sticks on the floor in a spot. And again, you're going all the way up, basically right to the bottom of the butt. All the way to the top here. And find some spots. There's one here for me, or I can sit here for a second. Okay, so we've done calves and hamstrings two at a time. So now we're going to switch to the IT band here, iliotibial band. So we're going to roll over to one side, one foot crossed over, flat on the floor, other foot up. We're just going to roll up and down the side here. This one can be pretty tender, so you can use your other foot or arm to kind of maybe release some pressure if it's too painful. We'll go all the way down. This one you might find is really tight, especially if you have tight hips. A lot of times your IT band gets very tight as well. And one of those. Again, kind of rotate a little bit, get some different angles. Hold a few spots. Okay, so what we do on one side, we have to do on the other here. Flip over. It's over. There we go. Another 30, 40 seconds or so. Cover the whole length of the muscle. Find some tender spots. Don't forget to breathe. So even once you get into a spot that's maybe a little tight, a little tender, make sure you can still relax through it. Breathe the entire time. Good. So next, on our way up the chain here, we're going to go to the glutes. The glutes are another one that can be pretty tender. Also really important to do the glutes on all these different angles because of the different layers and of the glutes. So you're going to cross one leg over and lean over a little bit onto that crossed side. Move through here. And find some spots. Feel that tenderness. Maybe a little more on the one side. I said this is a large spanning muscle, so you need to kind of rotate around. Cover the whole muscle at all these different angles. Find little spots here and there. Sit on. Okay, so switch sides, so we'll shift our weight over a little bit. Switch our cross leg. Move through again. So you might find if you suffer from sciatica or something like that, physio will tell you need to work on around your piriformis. So this is one of the things we'll hit on through here. You need a fair bit of pressure because it's a deeper muscle, but you'll find the spots kind of in there. Okay. Okay, we've worked our way all the way up here. And now we're going to work back to the front. So we're going to work on the quad. This one we can do 2 at a time as well. So for this one, actually, we'll go single leg. So you're going to have one leg on, one leg out to the side, and we'll use that one to kind of help guide our roll a little bit. Again, cover the entire length of the muscle. All the way up to the knee here. Okay, so switch legs. Again, if you find these different angles, so kind of an angle a little bit. You square on. You get to the inside a little bit. Make sure you cover that whole muscle group. You find it pretty tender through here. Okay, so now we're going to do the hip flexor, the psoas, which is a little higher up in the quad. So one way to find it, you're going to kind of tense your hips or tense your quads and your core, and you'll feel a little bulge in your hip here. That's where we're going. So same idea as the quad, but now we're just going to be a little higher. Range of motion is going to be a little smaller. You can still find those tender spots in there. Range of motion is small. It's very, very isolated, but can be very, very tender still. Okay, so let's switch sides here. Another one. Sometimes I like to reflex here to make sure I'm on it, and then you can kind of get back on top of it there. That's the other good thing about kind of rotating and getting different angles is sometimes you can find the muscle a little easier for some of these smaller ones. Stop. Hold. Okay, so we've covered almost all the muscle groups now in the upper body, or lower body, sorry. The only thing we're going to do now is the adductor, so the inner thigh. This one's a little different. So for this one, I'm going to get a little closer to the wall here. You can lie down, straight leg out here, roll around the inner thigh, and now we're just going to roll up and down the inner thigh. So you might find there's a bunch of different muscle groups here. They all attach in different spots. So you're really important to cover the entire length of the muscle group here. There we go. So get all the way up, all the way down towards the knee. Find some spots here. Okay, last one. Flip around here for this last one. Breathe. Sit there, squeeze it out. Good, and that covers our lower body rolling session. Stand by for upper body, and I hope that helps. You can use it in parts or as a whole, and hopefully that helps aid your recovery. Thanks.